So we know different types of food. Okay. We have yesterday I told you that the macronutrients, micronutrients, okay, organic and inorganic, energy yielding and non-energy yielding. So these are the different types of nutritions available. So in the macronutrients, we have carbohydrates because they will give energy source. Okay, large amount of energy is present. Carbohydrates, protein, and fat. Okay, we have to discuss all these three things, very important. So first, today we'll discuss about carbohydrates according to nutrition. Okay, according to nutrition, we will discuss carbohydrates. So basically, the structure of carbohydrates are it have first is carbon. Okay, next is hydrogen, and next is oxygen. This combination of these three molecules are known as carbohydrates. Okay, so whenever you have to remember about carbohydrates, you know these things that you have to that carbohydrates uh, having carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay, so this is very important, and it is a great or main source of energy. Main source of energy. Our body will get energy from carbohydrates only. Okay, combination of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So three are very, very important for our body. Okay, so now we'll go into types of carbohydrates. Okay, carbohydrates are four types. Okay, how many types are there? Four types. So we'll discuss one by one. First is monosaccharide. Okay, another one is disaccharide. Third one is polysaccharide, and fourth one is oligosaccharide. Okay, oligosaccharide. So types of carbohydrate, four types. One is monosaccharide, disaccharide, polysaccharide, and oligosaccharide. There are four types. First is monosaccharide. Mono means one. Saccharide means sugar. If any substance having single molecule of sugar, one molecule of carbohydrates or sugar is known as monosaccharide, and it is simple carbohydrates. Simple means it is easily available, easily digestible, easily body can body can utilize this. Okay, okay. One molecule of carbohydrate is present in that particular substance. Okay, and it is easily hydrolysis. Hydrolysis easily means it can easily add on water. Addition, matlab if you add water, it can easily easily breakable, easily additional. Okay, what can add easily. Okay, what are the examples? Examples or two examples I will give. Three examples. Glucose is monosaccharide, and we have fructose is monosaccharide. Fructose in fructose, like example is fructose also known as fruit sugar. So whatever fruit we are eating, that is fructose only. Okay. Next is galactose. So glucose, fructose, galactose. Galactose is present in milk. So we'll call milk of sugar. Milk of sugar also, milk sugar also. Okay. So glucose, fructose, galactose, all this having monosaccharides. Mono means single sugars. Okay. So this is very, very important. So it is a simple form of sugar. Okay. And it is simple form of sugar and it is easily dissolved in water. Dissolve in water. Okay. So this is about monosaccharides. Next we have disaccharides. Okay. Di means two. Di means two. Okay. So it is also simple molecules, simple carbohydrates. Okay. So if any substances have two sugars or two carbohydrates, we'll call disaccharides. So what are the examples? Examples are sucrose. Okay. And second one is maltose. And third one is lactose. Okay. These are the three examples. So sucrose is also known as sugar. So whatever sugar we are eating in our daily life, okay, in tea, coffee, etc., etc., so we'll call sucrose. That is sucrose. It is comes from sugar cane. Okay, comes from sugar cane. That is, we'll call refined sugar. Maltose. This sugar is present in grains. Okay, so this present in grains like rice, wheat, jawari, etc., etc. And lactose, we also know that lactose is present in milk and it can lactose also present in milk. This is called milk sugar. Milk sugar. So also known as simple carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates mean it is easily dissolvable in water. Simple carbohydrates. Okay, easily dissolved in water. So disaccharide and monosaccharides are simple carbohydrates. Easily body can utilize, easily was water dissolvable. So everything is present. So in the in the sucrose, we have two sugars, na? Monosaccharide, this is two sugar. What types of sugars are present? One is glucose, one is fructose. This is present in mostly sugar. Maltose in grains. So maltose in grains we have two types of sugar. That is only glucose. Glucose. Two glucose molecule is present in grains. And third is lactose. Lactose having glucose and galactose. Glucose per galactose. So two molecules. One is galactose and glucose. So these are the names. So don't be afraid of these names. Just remember and you will get easily. So disaccharides completed. Next is third polysaccharides. In the polysaccharides, we have more than two, 12, 10, in between 3 to 10. But in poly, mostly there are 10 glucose molecules, or 10 not glucose, carbohydrate molecules or sugar molecules. Okay. And we will call complex carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates. And it will not dissolve completely, partially it will dissolve. It will dissolve in water. So mono, di are simple carbohydrates, easily dissolvable. But in the poly, they will not dissolve completely. Some part will dissolve, some part will remain. Okay, this is the difference we have to remember. So in that example, first will come is glycogen. Very important. Glycogen. Glycogen is a stored form of sugar molecules or glucose. So whenever you eat food, it will enter into our body, and some amount will utilize that energy. But if more than required about amount, we have glucose. So what will happen? Liver will store that glucose and convert glycolysis. We'll call glycolysis the conversion of glucose into glycogen. Okay, it will do by the liver. Okay, so it will store in the liver. It is very important. Okay, so whenever required, so it will again convert glycogen into glucose. So here more amount of glucose molecules are stored. Okay, so it is the first example. Second example, we have dextrin. It is partially dissolvable. And third is very important, fiber. We all know that fiber is very very important. It is very important for our body. Okay, so we'll discuss about fiber. Some fibers are digestible and some are non-digestible. In digestible fiber, we have one example that are oats. They are digested and they are utilized their energy, and some part will utilize that excretive system in the excretive system. Non-digestible, we have uh, cellulose. Cellulose is present in vegetables. Most of the vegetables having cellulose. So it is a polysaccharide. Polysaccharide fiber. Polysaccharide fiber cellulose is present in the vegetables. So what it will do? So we have large intestine. Okay. So we need to for there is a peristaltic movement in the large intestine. So the stool will in the large intestine will go forward with the help of peristaltic movement. So we need fiber, mucus to go forward the stool without causing or without any pressure easily. So we have normal amount of non-digestible fiber is present. So easily the stool will pass forward. Easily it will forward with the peristaltic movement. So if it is not there, we have to take right amount of non-digestible fiber. Then the patient will having doesn't have constipation. Constipation will clear very easily, and it will also help to cleanse intestine. For the cleaning purpose of intestine, it is very helpful. Okay, so constipation will be cleared very easily, and the what is if the stools become hard, it will break down those stools and it will able to move forward. Okay, it will convert hard stool into soft stool. Okay, so that is the importance of non-digestible fibers. So it is present as polysaccharide like cellulose. It is present in vegetables. So that's the reason we have to take vegetables, salad, fruits in large quantity to avoid constipation. Okay, so this is about polysaccharides. Next is fourth, last one we'll discuss in our class today, oligosaccharides. Oligo means it is means few or small, some amount of sugar molecules or carbohydrate molecules. Carbohydrate molecules. From here, the amount is between 3 to 10. but in poly, mostly more than 10 or 10. We can assume that. Okay. So here 3 to 10 molecules are present. So there is also called complex carbohydrates. Polysaccharides also complex carbohydrates. Okay, these are called both are called complex carbohydrates. And an example is raffinose. Raffinose is water soluble but not digestible in the body. Okay, so these are the different types of carbohydrates we discussed. First is monosaccharide. It is not a complex. It is a simple carbohydrates like glucose, fructose, like galactose, fruit sugar, milk sugar, etc. And it is easily dissolvable in water. When you have disaccharide having double molecule of sugar or carbohydrates. Example are sucrose, maltose, and lactose. Sucrose having glucose and fructose, maltose having two glucose, lactose having glucose and galactose. Third is polysaccharide, more than 10. Okay. So here have complex carbohydrate and partially it will dissolve in water. Okay. And glycogen, like example, dextrin. Glycogen is a stored form of glucose. And next is very important, this fiber. Fiber have two types, digestible and undigestible. Digestible are oats, undigestible are cellulose, which is present in the vegetable. To avoid constipation, we need fiber. And oligosaccharides means few small, 3 to 10. So we have one example, raffinose. It is water soluble but unable to digest in the food. So I think you understood about the different types of carbohydrates. So we have different types of food. Okay, in that food we have different types of things like compositions. Okay, so basically the compositions are three types. Okay, the composition which is present in the carbohydrates. One is starch, another one is sugar, third one is cellulose. Okay, so we'll discuss all these three things. First is starch. So what is starch? So basically starch is complex carbohydrates. Complex means either poly or either oligo. So this is first is it is complex carbohydrates. Okay, and found in many digestible food, any food which is digestible. Okay, this is very important. And who have starch like we have wheat, rice, corn, potatoes, okay, beans, okay, and lentils. Okay, so why wheat, rice, corn, potatoes, beans, everything have starch. So they are complex carbohydrate. Means it is easy digestible, but it will need energy to digest. It will need great amount of digestive system to digest. Okay. So first, what will happen whenever digestion will happen? It will break down into glucose. Okay, starch will convert into glucose. Starch, what will happen? Starch will convert into glucose during digestion. During digestion. So, but it will not convert suddenly, but it will convert gradually. and steadily. So means that your energy system will gradually, constantly, continuously, it will work. Okay, understood this? Starch. Next is we have second source of energy, that is sugar or carbohydrates. Okay, carbohydrates. Second is sugar. Sugars are simple carbohydrates. Those are mono or oligo carbohydrates. That's the reason it will taking longer duration for digestion, and gradually we will get the energy. But sugars are simple carbohydrates. Okay, simple carbohydrates and quickly absorbable and will get rapid energy, instant energy. Okay, like sugars found in fruits, sugar found in honey, sugar found in milk, like added sugars also, like chocolates, etc., biscuits. Okay, but it are very types. We'll know that glucose, already you studied, fructose, lactose, and sucrose. Glucose, fructose, lactose, sucrose. They are the types of sugars. If what happen if we consume overconsumption, mainly added sugars, which are easily available nowadays in a market, it will get very dangerous health issue or obesity and diabetes. So these are the main thing we have to avoid about sugars. Simple sugars. They're simple, easily digestible, easily quickly I get energy. But if you take long-term overconsumption, it will definitely damage our health. Next is cellulose. Cellulose is a fiber. Already I told you that fiber. It is present in cell wall of plants. So it is present in cell wall of plants, all the vegetables, whatever have, and it is non-digestible, non-digestible, but it is very important as a dietary fiber, dietary fibers. So what it will do, it will help for digestion. Means it will not digest, but it will help for digestion. Okay, but you have to add into your diet, and it will regular your bowel movement and healthy gut and gut microbe, improve healthy gut and improve gut microbe, improve digestion also, improve bowel movement, improve health gut, improve gut microbe. All these are very important. So it is present in fruits, vegetables, all the vegetables, whole grain. Whole grain is very important. And another is seeds. Seeds, whole grain, vegetable, fruits, very important. They have cellulose. Cellulose is the uh, s- cell wall. Cell wall. It is very important. So it have diet rich source of dietary force. So what we discussed starch. It is a complex sugar. It's digestible by food, wheat, rice, corn, potato, beans, etc. Okay, and gradually will get the energy. Sugars, simple carbohydrates, absorb easily, will get. easily energy. Okay, but long term use cause health issues. Natural are fruits, honey, milk, but added sugars are very dangerous. Not natural honey, natural fruit or milk. Okay, overconsumption of added sugar will lead to health issue, obesity, and diabetic mellitus. And third one is cellulose. Cellulose is a fiber. Okay, dietary fiber. Very need. It is the cell wall, plants of cell wall. Non-digestible dietary fiber. It is required for digestion. It is required for bowel movement, and it is required for healthy gut. It is required for gut mic, and it is present in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and seed. So this is all about the three things. And further about carbohydrates, we'll discuss in next class. If any doubts, kindly ask.